Hello everyone. Last class we have seen the topic called temperature. Today in this video we are going to discuss the topic called respiration. It includes definition of respiration, complex mechanism of respiration, characteristics of respiration, normal respiratory rate and rhythm, some important terms and respiration stimulants. Let us see one by one. First one is definition of respiration. It is the exchange of gases between an organism and a medium in which lives it. It is nothing but process of breathing. A process in which living organisms involving the production of energy, typically with the intake of oxygen and a release of carbon dioxide from the oxidation of the complex organic substance, that is known as respiration. It is nothing but the exchange of gases between an organism and medium in which lives it. Clear? Okay. Next one is complex mechanism, means in our body how it works. Let us see. In that, complex mechanisms like ventilation, diffusion and perfusion. First one is ventilation. Ventilation means the act of inhaling, means breathing in, and exhaling means breathing out of air, that is known as ventilation. Here what happens, the diaphragm and intercostal muscles contract and creating a vacuum around the lungs that pulls the air. Then the oxygen moves from alveoli into the blood through capillaries in the alveoli walls. Then the diaphragm relaxes and the chest walls muscle loosen, that cause the chest cavity to shrink and pushing the air out. Here you can see the picture of breathing in and breathing out. This is inspiration and this is exhalation. Next one is diffusion. Diffusion means gas exchange between alveoli and blood. Gas exchange between alveoli and blood. You can see the picture here, how gases will exchange. Here what happens, when we inhale, oxygen moves from the alveoli to the blood through the capillaries that lines the alveoli. This is because of the air in the lungs has a higher concentration of oxygen. Then the oxygen depleted blood, then carbon dioxide moves from the cells to capillaries and then back to the lungs as a waste, that is known as diffusion. Last one is perfusion. Perfusion means gas exchange between blood and tissue. Gas exchange between blood and tissue. You can see picture here. Here what happens, in the lungs, perfusion is flow of blood to the alveoli capillaries. This allows for the diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the alveoli and the capillaries. Then in the tissue, perfusion delivers the oxygen and nutrients to the cells and removes waste products, that is known as diffusion. Clear? Okay. Next one is characteristics. Normal respiration rate is 12 to 20 breaths per minute in a healthy person. Normal respiration rate is 12 to 20 breaths per minute in a healthy person. Normal respiration is called eupnea. Ratio of respiration in a healthy person is 1:4. Normal person inspires 500 ml tidal volume air per breath. Amount more than tidal volume if being in or out, called deep respiration. Amount less than tidal volume if being in or out, called shallow respiration. And respiratory center is situated into the medulla oblongata. Respiratory center is situated into medulla oblongata. Next one is normal respiration rates. At birth 30 to 40 breaths per minute. At 1 year 26 to 30 breaths per minute. At 2 year 20 to 26 breaths per minute. In an adolescent 20 breaths per minute. In adult 20 to 12 to 20 breaths per minute, and in an old age 10 to 24 breaths per minute. Clear? Okay. Next one is normal respiration rates and rhythm. First one is tachypnea. More than 24 breaths per minute, that is known as tachypnea. If the person is taking or breathing more than 24 breaths per minute, that is known as tachypnea. Bradypnea, less than 10 breaths per minute. If the person is breathing 10 breaths per minute, that is known as bradypnea. Next one is dyspnea. Dyspnea means difficulty in the breathing. Apnea. Apnea means periodic absence of breathing, that is Stokes respiration. Next one is orthopnea. Orthopnea is labored breathing when lying flat and improves when standing or sitting up. Orthopnea means labored breathing that occurs when lying flat and improves when standing or sitting up. Suppose if the person is lying down, that time what happens? Labored breathing will occur. If the person is sitting or standing up, that time it become normal. That is known as orthopnea. Next one is hyperventilation. Hyperventilation means increase the minute volume ventilation, which results in a lowered carbon dioxide into the blood, which results into respiratory alkalosis, hypocapnia. Hypoventilation means reduce the rate and depth of breathing that causes an increase in the carbon dioxide level into the blood, hypercapnia, which results into respiratory acidosis. What are the causes for this? First one is anesthesia, sedatives, opioids, and etc. Next one is Biot's respiration or Stokes respiration. In this what happens? Breathing marked by several short breaths followed by a long irregular periods of apnea. Biot respiration means breathing marked by several short breaths followed by long irregular periods of apnea. For example, respiration during the increase the intracranial pressure, or if the person is having severe brain damage, in the cases of meningitis, in the cases of renal failure or the heart failure. That is known as Biot's respiration. Next one is stertorous respiration. This respiration is marked by rattling or the bubbling sounds. Stertorous means noisy breathing that sounds like a snoring or snowing. Abnormal breathing pattern characterized by alternating periods of shallow breaths and a pause breaths, that is known as stertorous respiration. Let us see, next one is some important term related to oxygen level in the body. First one is anoxia. Anoxia means absence of oxygen in the tissue. Hypoxia, lack of oxygen in tissue. Anoxemia, insufficient oxygenation of the blood. Hypoxemia, lack of oxygen in blood. Next one is cyanosis. Cyanosis means bluish discoloration of the skin and mucous membrane due to increase the carbon dioxide. What happens? Bluish discoloration of the skin due to increase the carbon dioxide. Cyanosis having two types. First one is peripheral cyanosis, second one is central cyanosis. Peripheral cyanosis means a bluish discoloration of the digits. Central cyanosis means a bluish discoloration of the mucous membrane in the mouth. Asphyxia. Asphyxia means state of suffocation or the condition caused by insufficient intake of oxygen. Hyperopnea, deep breathing with an increased respiratory rate. Polypnea, short, shallow, rapid respiration, that is known as polypnea. Sigh. Sigh means deep inspiration with a prolonged expiration. Last one is air hunger. Air hunger means dyspnea with a deep sighing respiration. Last but not the least, respiration stimulants. These are agents that improves the frequency and depth of breathing. respiration rate increases at a high altitude due to low pressure of oxygen. 3 to 4 respiration per minute increases if 1 degree federal temperature increases. Respiration rate increases if the blood volume decreases. I hope you understood my class. Please do share, like, comments and don't forget to subscribe for more videos and updates related to medical nursing relevance.